welcome back to my channel. For today's video I'll be doing my monthly Will I Buy It. This video is inspired by SamathaMarch, who did create the Will I Buy It series on her channel. She also did kindly create the Will I Buy It community playlist where people can put their videos like this all in one place. I'll be taking my information today from the Trend Mood 1 Instagram page, and both that and Samantha's channel and playlist will be linked in the description box below. I have an awful lot to go through and I'm going to have to be as brief as possible with each thing. I feel like this is a regular occurrence now on these videos. There is so much to go through each time, and yet I still don't learn and do them more frequently, so why don't we get started. I will be going back towards the end of March because that's kind of where I left off with last month's video. The first thing that's on my screen here is from Colourpop, and that is a collaboration with Lizzie McGuire. This consists of an eyeshadow palette, a lip scrub, some plumping glosses, some glitterly obsessed gels and some pressed powder blushes. I wasn't really a fan of Lizzie McGuire. I don't think it was even on any channels that I kind of watched. I do believe this was something that was on cable, and I didn't get cable until sort of later on in life, at the point where I would have been told to watch it. So other than catching kind of snippets here and there, I don't think I ever sat and watched a full episode of this. So this collection is definitely not for me. I do really like the eyeshadow palette. I think it does fit the theme really well, and I do like the layout of the shades in here, but yeah, this one just isn't for me at all. And this one was available from March 26th. I do believe it is still in stock on their website. At the point I'm filming this, Colourpop do actually currently have free international shipping. I don't know at what point that ends. I'm filming this video on Saturday with the hope of it going up live on Monday. So anything from Colourpop that you might fancy, if you are international and they do still have that available, it might be worth a try. The next release is something from the brand Glow Recipe, and this is the Avocado Ceramide Recovery Serum. This says it's formulated to target dehydration, irritation, redness and sensitivity. Its comforting milky texture cocoon sensitized skin in a protective healing layer of actives to return skin to healthy look and equilibrium. And this is $42. This does sound like a really nice product. I don't know if it would quite be for me because I don't really have dry skin as much anymore. So I don't think this one's quite for me, but I do like the sound of it. I did used to have quite dry skin actually, but I feel like as of late I am starting to lean more towards oily. I would have said combination skin as a whole, but overall I feel like I am having more shiny days than not as of late. The next release is some new eyeshadow palettes from Huda Beauty. This is the Tortoise collection, and these are Brown Obsessions palettes in caramel, toffee and chocolate. These are $29 each. And it looks like this collection comes with a set of mini liquid lipsticks as well, which are $33. I do really like the look of these eyeshadow palettes. They are definitely up my alley, being browns and neutrals and things. Looking at the colour stories, I do really like the one that has the kind of mustard shade in it, which I think is the toffee one. And then the caramel one I think is the one with the orange in, and the toffee one I think is the more neutral one. They are all very pretty palettes. But for me, I think because I've only tried one of the Huda Beauty Obsessions palettes, which was the Amethyst one, and I wasn't overly impressed with that one. Even though these are really pretty, I think these are going to be a pass for me. The next new product is a new one from Fenty Skin. This is the Eavesdrop Blurring Skin Tint. This one is available in 25 different shades and is $29.50. It says it's an instant blurring skin tint, buildable light to medium long wear coverage with quick blur complex for a hydrating diffused effect. This does sound pretty good. I am definitely into more tinted moisturisers and things like that at the moment, more of a lightweight feel. Although I do also still really like my Estee Lauder double wear. So it does sound quite nice, and $29.50 isn't too bad. That would probably be either £25 or £27 here, I would say. I have been noticing as of late that my skin is looking a little bit more textured, and I am noticing certain things are accentuating it, so I am getting a little self-conscious with it, so maybe this might be a good product to try. It's something that I would probably like to try a sample of first. I do tend to generally go for more drugstore foundations, like I just mentioned, the Estee Lauder Double Wear. I have had a couple of samples of that, and that one is £34, and I've still not got around to actually purchasing it. Spending around the £30 mark for me on foundation is quite hard to do, so this one, it has definitely caught my attention, but not an immediate purchase. Next thing is an announcement from Beauty Bakery that they are releasing a skincare line. The only issue with this is it's not available until January 2022. That to me is too early to kind of announce anything like this, especially when they've got mock-ups of products and things, because for me, by the time January comes, a lot of the interest will have died down. So I was really excited when I seen this at first, but then I thought there's no point getting too excited because I've got at least 8 months to wait, because they would come out in the US in January but might not work their way over here until possibly April, so it might even be a year. I do like a couple of things that I have tried from Beauty Bakery, and I would definitely be interested in giving their skincare a go. Yeah, I will be keeping an eye on this and hope they possibly push up the release of this sooner than January. But yeah, it's just an announcement at this point. Then we have a new release from Patrick Ta. This is the Major Sculpt collection. This includes a Major Sculpt cream, contour and powder duo, a Major Sculpt contour brush, and this one was available from April the 2nd. I'm not a fan of cream products at all. I don't like any kind of cream blush or highlighter or contour or anything like that. Not that I've tried it really, I'm just a bit scared to, so this one definitely isn't for me with it being a cream product, but I have heard really good things from the brand Patrick Ta. The next release is from Ofra Cosmetics, and this is another collaboration with SamathaMarch. This is the Life's a Draft collection, and this is her second collection that she has released with Ofra Cosmetics. This one does consist of an eye and face palette and also a lip gloss trio. The eye palette includes 8 eyeshadows and 3 face shades, and then the gloss is a gloss trio, which is 1 existing shade from her collection last year, which is in the shade Millie, and then 2 new ones in the shade Peony and Queen. I managed to spout all that off without actually looking at my screen because I've seen so much about this collection already. I am a big fan of SamathaMarch. I am part of her Sam Squad Facebook group, so I have seen a lot of information about this collaboration. I am really excited for her, and I think she did a really good job. The eyeshadow palette is really pretty, and I like the face shades in there as well. I do believe that the highlighter is a brand new highlighter that they've created, and it does look really pretty. And then I think the blush and the bronzer in this are existing from the split pans that she came up with them last year. I do really like the look of this palette, and it is pretty affordable for what you are getting. The palette itself is $39, and then the lip gloss trio is $29. So I was really tempted to pick something up from this collection. However, the eyeshadow palette does mainly consist of sort of purpley and mauvey tones, which I don't always gravitate towards purpley tones, so I don't think I would get my full money's worth out of this palette. I was going to pick up the gloss trio because I am definitely getting into glosses more as of late, but I do already have the shade Millie, and I don't reach for it an awful lot because it is a more clear gloss with just a shimmer to it, and I do like more opaque glosses. So I could pick up the trio and possibly just give away Millie. That's the thing I am leaning more towards, but at the moment I haven't made a purchase. I was waiting for it to actually come onto Beauty Bay because they do stock Ofra, and I believe it landed last week, but I just haven't had a chance to look into it yet. So I may purchase the lip gloss trio, but the eyeshadow palette is a pass for me because of the colour story, but otherwise it is a beautiful collection and I think she did a really good job. Then we have a new release from Milani Cosmetics. This is the Gone Glamping collection. This is inspired by glamping destinations, rock, earthy neutrals and sunset shades. This includes the Gilded Getaway palette, which is $20, and this has 6 mattes and 6 shimmers. Then the Gilded Shadow Sticks, which have 4 different shades, and these are $6.99 each. This just says coming soon to April on their website, but I do believe this one is available now. This does look like a really cute collection. I do like the look of the eyeshadow palette in the little camper van. It is a really pretty colour story as well, and one I think I could quite easily create some really gorgeous looks from. I've never tried Milani's eyeshadow formula. I do like the look of this. I think the packaging is cute. I do like the shades contained in here, but for the time being, this one is a pass for me. Then we have a new addition to Patrick Starr's beauty line, and this is the Turn Up the Base Versatile Powder for one size. This is a buttery smooth, buildable, medium to full coverage powder with multi-use formula, soft matte finish and 12 hours wear. 32 shades for $33. For me personally, I don't think this is my kind of product. I'm not really into powder foundations anymore. The very first foundation that I did wear was the one from Bare Minerals, but since I've now gone more into liquid foundation, I haven't used powder foundation for the longest time, so I don't think this one is for me. Then we have a new release from Wishful, which is the skincare line of Huda Beauty. This is the Yo Detox, which is a purifying, detoxifying and intense version of the Yo Glow that gives instant and long-term results to your face and body. Contains AHAs, BHAs, pineapple and papaya enzymes and witch hazel. It will unclog your pores, fight dullness and get that deep skin detox. This one was available from April 5th. I do believe I have tried a sample of the original Yo Glow scrub and I did quite like that, but I don't overly tend to exfoliate my face. I probably should, but I don't feel like it's a step I'm missing in my routine enough for me to purchase a full size of an item. So I don't think this one is for me, but I do like the idea of it. Then we have more additions to the collaboration between Friends and Makeup Revolution. This is now part 3. So this does include a lot of products which I'll not be going over. There will be an image on the screen, but roughly there are face masks, eyeshadow palettes, sponges, makeup brushes, lipsticks, I think setting sprays and all sorts in this collection. I did pick up an eyeshadow palette from the first collection, which was I think it's the Monica palette that I got, and it is an okay palette. I do like the packaging and things, but the quality of it isn't the best, so that has put me off purchasing other things. Even though I am the world's biggest Friends fan, I've seen it numerous times and I should buy this for just the packaging alone, but there hasn't been anything that I've wanted to purchase really. Looking at this picture, the only thing that does catch my eye is possibly the sponges, because I do like the little imprints on them and I don't think they're too expensive. They're just $12, or it'll probably be about £10 I would say for the sponge duo. So I am quite tempted to pick them up, but it's not going to be a case of I will specifically go and purchase them. It'll just be if I'm ordering from a website that stocks Makeup Revolution and I remember to add them to the basket, I wouldn't go and purchase them especially. And it's such a shame because I do love Friends so much that I should be more excited about it, but no, this one pretty much a pass for me apart from the sponges. Then there is a new release from Fenty Beauty. This is the Gloss Bomb Dip. This is the normal Gloss Bomb formula that we love in a clip it on packaging. You can easily clip it onto your clothes, belt or wallet for peachy nude glossy lips in just a few finger taps, and this one was available from April the 2nd. This to me seems like a real old school kind of product, like something I would have had when I was in school in the sort of 90s, early 2000s, so I don't think this one would be for me. Plus, obviously, knowing the formula, it isn't a sticky formula as such, but it is still a gloss, so that would be something that I wouldn't really want to apply with my fingers, and it doesn't look like there's any kind of tool or anything like that to use with it, so it would be a bit of a sticky mess I could imagine. So yeah, this one's definitely a hard pass. Then we have a new eyeshadow palette release from Estee. This is the Camouflage Beauty palette, and this one is $36 and is 8 matte and shimmer camo inspired shades. This one did definitely catch my eye, as every single green eyeshadow palette seems to these days. $36 is rather pricey for just 8 shades, and I've not heard an awful lot about Estee's formulas. I don't really hear a lot of people have Estee eyeshadow palettes in their kind of top eyeshadow palettes of all time, so I don't know what their formula is like. I think this one is a pass for me, even though it is a really pretty colour story. Then we have a very tasty looking release, and this is from Winky Looks. This is inspired by Neapolitan ice cream. So this is the Neapolitan Balm, which is $18, and the Neapolitan Gloss, which is also $18. Yep, this does look really, really nice, and obviously almost good enough to eat. I think I'm drawn more to the lip balm than the lip gloss, because I don't quite get how the lip gloss would work based on the fact the kind of Neapolitan goes up it, so it looks like the chocolate's at the bottom, vanilla's in the middle and strawberries at the top. So does that mean it's a pink shade? It'll probably tell me if I read it. For the gloss it says sheer neutral pink with a touch of shimmer. So obviously the brown and white aspect of the gloss doesn't translate onto the lips at all. It is just probably for the packaging and the aesthetic and things. And then for the balm, it just says again a sheer pink with a natural ice cream flavour. I like the idea of ice cream flavour. I'm not too sure about natural ice cream flavour. So I do like the look of these, and they definitely did catch my eye and also make me really hungry for some Neapolitan ice cream. But $18 to just try something that looks fun is a bit too pricey for me. but something that if it was ever on sale I would be quite tempted to give the lip balm a go. Then we have some more releases from Huda Beauty. These are some more lip products. They have some more power bullet lipsticks, but these ones appear to now be cream formula, and then they also have some lip liners as well. There are quite a few different shades in both the lip liners and the lipsticks, and these do look really pretty. It does say that the lipsticks are $25 each and the lip liners are $19. It says that it is the lip contour formula, but it is a new formula. And yeah, every different shade of nude you could imagine, plus one pop of red by the looks of it. And then for the lipsticks, they do appear to be mainly neutrals and pinks with a couple of darker kind of berry shades. I am quite tempted to pick one of these up because I did quite like the matte formula I tried from the kind of Power Bullet line, but they were a little bit too matte, and definitely as of late I've been steering more towards cream and satin lipsticks, so these might be nice to try, but I don't really need any more lipsticks. I do still have a small bag with lipsticks in that I haven't even tried yet, and there's probably more in there that I care to confess to. So even though I do really want to try one of these, I'm probably best not to. Then we have a couple of new releases from Rare Beauty, which is the line of Selena Gomez. There is an eyeshadow palette and an eye primer. The eyeshadow palette is $29 and includes 7 shades, 3 mattes, 3 metallics and a glitter top coat, and the eye primer is $18. I do quite like the packaging of this eyeshadow palette. It is something a little different. I don't know how annoying it might be to try and get a brush in those pans. It would depend how big they are, just with them kind of being sort of half moon shapes. The colour story doesn't really speak to me. There are a few purples in there which I know I wouldn't make use out of. I don't like the idea of a glitter top coat either, which I'm presuming is the biggest shade in the middle. There hasn't really been anything from Rare Beauty at all that's released that has definitely caught my attention, so this one for me is a pass. Oh, I thought we were nearly done. We're not even halfway through, so this is going to be the longest video. Next is a release from Colourpop. This is a couple of brow products. There is the Get the Feather Effect new line. It includes a Feather Effect styling wax in both clear and tinted, and also a Feather Effect brow brush, which has a spoolie on one end and a tapered handle to set the brows with a feather effect. This says coming soon to their website, but I do think I have seen them on there now. I'm not really into the kind of feather browed looks. I just want my brows to look like I have some, so I don't think this is a product for me at all. I wouldn't even know where to begin with styling wax, so yeah, this one's definitely a pass. Then we have a fun collaboration between Wet n Wild and SpongeBob SquarePants. This does all look very cute. I think at the point SpongeBob came out, I was starting to get a little bit too old for those kind of cartoons. Don't get me wrong, I did still watch it and I do find it funny, but I think I was slightly too old to be watching it. So this does look like it contains a lot of different things. There's eyeshadow palettes, there are sponges, there are brushes, there are cleansing pads, and yeah, I do kind of want something. I'm quite drawn in by whatever the pineapple is. I think that's a sponge case, so that would be a pass, but I do like that they have done Patrick, SpongeBob and Squidward in sponge form. Things like this don't ever tend to make their way over to the UK. I think they did a collaboration with Tetris a year or so ago, and I've never seen that released over here. So I don't think this is something that I will be able to get my hands on, but I would be quite tempted to pick something up, even if it is just a SpongeBob or Patrick sponge. Then there is a new eyeshadow palette release from Milk Cosmetics. This is the Mary Jane collection. So this does include a Mary Jane eyeshadow palette, which is $58, and some glitter pots, which are $19. This does look like a really pretty colour story. Definitely the first Melt palette that has caught my eye as being kind of something I would reach for. It does give me Natasha Denona glam vibes, so in that respect, I don't think I need it, especially for that kind of higher price point. I do believe though that Milk Cosmetics is on my brands that I want to try in 2021, so this does give me hope that they might release something else that I would like to try. I'm not a fan of what this represents, if that makes sense. I don't really like that, so that kind of is another reason that puts me off purchasing this palette. So if this one had been more kind of neutrally themed or even not themed, I definitely would have been more tempted to pick this up just to try the melt formula. So in a way, I'm kind of glad that it saved me money in that respect, because I don't think I could pick anything up like that. I'm sounding really coy, but I'm hoping you know what I mean. And then the glitter pots, they wouldn't be for me, although I have seen Linda from Glitter Fallout try these out, and I think it was on her Instagram stories, she had one on her lid. I was scrubbing with her finger and not a single flake of glitter came off on her finger. So it does sound like they are really good and really long lasting. My only worry is, how on earth did she get them off at night? This one is a pass for me, but it was very close that I did want to purchase it. Then we have some new eyeshadow palette releases from BH Cosmetics, and these are decade themed. These are the Remix Dance collection. So we have an 80s, a 90s and a noughties palette. These are $18 each and all come with 15 shades. I do really love the look of these palettes. I think they are really fun. Looking at the colour stories, they don't immediately jump out as kind of matching. I think if you would have covered the palette up, I might not necessarily have guessed which one was which. But I love the packaging of these. I do love that they have brought up the 3 decades. But I don't think any of these colour stories are immediately for me. The main one that I think I would get the most use out of is probably the noughties one. But looking at this picture, it does look like quite a few of the shades look the same. They are very kind of silvery. So I don't think any of this collection is for me to purchase, but I do like what they're going with the theme. Then another Colourpop release, and this is a new mascara. This is the Act Natural mascara. This one was available from April the 13th and it doesn't have a price here, but I do believe it was $9. It is a product that I will be talking about later on in this video that was released from Colourpop, and it was released in conjunction with their free shipping. So when I went on, I had a look around the website to see if there was anything else that I wanted, and I did stumble across this mascara, which I hadn't heard anything about. I was quite tempted by it because I did quite like their last mascara that I tried. I think it was the BFF one. I just didn't 100% love it, so I thought I would give this one a go. But when I looked more into it, I just don't think it's going to give me the look that I like. It says that it's going to create the perfect wispy defined natural looking lashes, and they do have pictures on the website showing kind of before and after, and it doesn't look like much has been done. So it might be a really nice everyday mascara, but for me, I do quite like a bit more length in my mascara than that was kind of showing. So this might be one, perhaps if you're already naturally blessed with longer or fuller lashes, that it might just enhance what you already have. But for me, I do need a little bit of help with my lashes, so this one is a pass. Next, we have a new face palette from Sigma Beauty. This is the Corda Rosa blush palette. This one retails for $49 and it includes 6 different shades, 4 mattes, 2 shimmer. This does look like a really pretty palette, and I feel like every shade in there I would easily reach for. Generally, I don't go for a shimmery blush, but I feel like with the tones of the shades in here, they might look really pretty, and it might be something that might be really nice in the summer. $49 is quite expensive, so I don't think this is going to be an immediate purchase, but it did definitely catch my eye, and even though I haven't had the best luck with their eyeshadow palette formula that I tried, I would quite like to try their blush formula. So this is one that I would say I would possibly keep an eye on for it going on sale. So yeah, it's one I'm going to keep an eye on and kind of hope that it goes on sale in the not too distant future. Next, we have a new release from Anastasia Beverly Hills, which is quite an interesting one. They are releasing makeup remover wipes. These are $6 each for a pack of 30, which, okay, for Anastasia Beverly Hills isn't that expensive of a price. But I thought we were all kind of over makeup removing wipes. I can't remember the last time I reached for a makeup wipe. Even now, I don't think I have any left in my backup drawers. I didn't think any brands were kind of bringing out that kind of thing because they are really bad for the environment. So yeah, this one's definitely a pass, but it kind of confused me slightly is that they were still bringing this out as something kind of innovative. Next, we have a release from Fresh Beauty, and this says it's an addition to the Creme Ancien family, and this is the White Truffle Overnight Mask. It is their luxury line, and this says it is available online at Harrods. And I've just seen the price of this. They weren't lying when they said it's part of their luxury line, and now I can see why it's at Harrods. So this moisturiser, it retails for $407 for 100 ml. $400 for a moisturiser. based on $400, I think that's going to be about, what, £375, something like that, £375. That is insane. But there are people that will pay that for it. I only clicked on this because I've seen it was Fresh Beauty and I do want to try something from the brand. I didn't even look at the information about it. I didn't know it was part of their luxury line, but I should have guessed with truffle in it because truffle's quite an expensive ingredient, but it sounds really nice. It says it will reveal the smooth, firm and youthful look. It will harness the strengthening properties of white truffle. The mask will have you awakening to skin that's smoother, firmer and decidedly more youthful. The formula's bioactives work to fade the look of expression lines while simultaneously improving elasticity. It's designed to be used in place of moisturiser up to 3 times a week. So it sounds really nice, and I'd like the idea that I'd wake up with the face of a 20-year-old. I just don't think I could spend that amount of money to get it. I think, is even Botox cheaper than that? So yeah, it looks nice packaging and stuff, but this isn't going to be the thing that I try from Fresh Beauty, put it that way. Then we have a new eyeshadow palette release from Viseart. This is the Soleil La Plage, I think it is, which is a beach themed palette. It does look like it's a really pretty colour story. It does have a few neutrals in there and also a couple of pops of colour in the kind of turquoise and the lemon-like shade. It is really pretty, and I think this is probably the first Viseart palette that has caught my attention. This one is $44, so I don't know if it's going to be one of their sort of tiny ones, because I think their full-size palettes are much more expensive than that. It is really pretty, but it's not for me, and Viseart's a brand that I don't feel the need to try. Then we have another Colourpop release, and these are the Colour Sticks. This is an eyeshadow stick that glides on easy and blends like a dream. As this product was first introduced in the Limoncello collection, and now there are 8 mattes and 8 metallic shades. These are available from April 13th. So these do look like really fun shades that they have available. I can't remember the last time I used an eyeshadow stick. It's just not the kind of formula I go for. And for me, this is the kind of product where it'd be one shade and done. I don't know how you could kind of blend these together, but that's just probably past my kind of skill set. So I do like the idea of these. They are really fun, but these are a pass for me. Then we have some new releases from Benefit Cosmetics, and when I first seen this picture, I didn't think it was going to be Benefit until I opened it up and I could see Huda and Dandelion and things printed on the pans. So these are the Foroscopes palettes, and each palette includes blushes, bronzers and highlighters. So there is the Earth Angel, the Air Goddess and the Fire Queen. It looks like they all include a Hoola bronzer, and I think a couple of them include the Georgia, which I think is the blush. And then it looks like a couple of them have got exclusive shades in them, but they are pretty much pulling in from all the shades as well. I do have the Hoola bronzer and I do quite like it. I think I have a blush from Benefit as well, but they're not really my favourite formula for cheek products, so these ones are definitely a pass for me. Then we have some new products from the brand Chantecaille, which I was pronouncing wrong for the longest time. The reason I clicked into this was because of the gorgeous packaging, but I know Chantecaille is a really expensive brand, so these wouldn't be products for me, but they did catch my eye because of the packaging. There is a Perfect Blur finishing powder, a cheek shade, a lipstick and a Buff and Blur brush. There are no prices on this post, and it just says coming soon to their website and other retailers. It is their Spring Flower Power collection. So yeah, it looks really pretty. Absolutely love the packaging, but I do think this is going to do well at my price range. And we have the Colourpop release that I was talking about earlier that I was tempted to purchase something from. These are some new eyeshadow palette quads that they have released. These are the Sweet Life collection. So there are 6 different quads, which each include 2 mattes, metallics and a glitter metallic, which is a metallic with sparkle, which I think is a new formula. So there is Citrus Fizz, Sorbet, Cream Soda, Creamsicle, Mocktail and Sparkler. I was very tempted to pick one of these up. I think the one I was looking at, it was either, I think it was the mauvey toned one, which is Sorbet, but I think when I seen it swatched it was a little bit too purple. And then the other one I like the look of, I think it was Creamsicle, which is an orange or coral palette, because I felt like that was going to be a little more unique to my collection. I am quite intrigued by their glitter metallic formula. I did see on the channel of Makeup Just for Fun, she did say they do remind her slightly of the Super Shock formula, which I'm not the biggest fan of. So in the end, I did kind of talk myself out of these. They are $9 each, which I feel like is a little bit pricey for Colourpop and for a quad, especially when you can go and get one of the quads from Elf and they're kind of $3 or $4 each. So this collection did definitely catch my eye originally, and I was going to pick one up, especially with them having the free shipping. It was only going to cost me $9 plus I think a couple of dollars tax. In the end, I realised if I wasn't getting free shipping and I was just placing a normal Colourpop order, I probably wouldn't have added one of these to the basket, so why was I buying it just because there was free shipping? Then we have a new release from Pharmacy Beauty. This is the Sweet Apple Clean. This is a makeup remover and facial cleanser that virtually melts away all makeup, leaving skin hydrated and silky smooth. This is limited edition and is $34. This one did definitely draw me in. I have only just got into kind of cleansing balm type products, and I really like the idea that this is sweet apple, so I can imagine it's going to smell really nice. $34, it's not too bad of a price, and I have been quite intrigued by Pharmacy. There's been a few things that they've released as of late that have caught my eye, and I would quite like to try the brand. This is the first one that I think has completely drawn me in. I don't even know if or where I can get Pharmacy from, so this is one that I am definitely going to look into because I would quite like to try this. Next we have a product that I literally clicked on for fun because there's no way I would be purchasing these, but I still wanted to talk about them. These are some new blushes from the brand Hermes. These are the Rose Hermes Silky Blush Powders, and they have a semi-matte finish and come in 8 different shades. These do retail for $77 each, which if I'm honest, I did think they were going to be more based on how much their handbags are. I did think they were going to be over $100, so technically I should be quite impressed that they are, let's say, affordable. They do look really pretty, and there are quite a few shades there that I am drawn to that I would like the look of, but yeah, I'm not spending that amount of money on a blush, even if it is from Hermes. Then we have some more releases from Huda Beauty. The first one is another addition to their Yo Scrub. This is the Tropical Fruits Enzyme Scrub, and this one is $21 and is a limited edition. It's packed with the same signature ingredients as the Yo Glow, but it has a new delicious scent of tropical fruits and flowers all wrapped up in special packaging. I do like the sound of this. I can't remember what the scent was on the original scrub, and I say I did quite like it, so I would quite like to try a sample of this to see what it smells like. I don't think I'd go and purchase it for $21 just to smell it, but I do like the sound of it. And then the other product that's being released is from Huda as opposed to Wishful, and they are bringing out a mini of their bake powder. So this is the Mini Easy Bake Loose Setting Powder, and this one is $19. I have actually already looked into this one because I got an email from Feel Unique this afternoon that they had 25% off Huda Beauty, or up to 25% off, and they did actually have this new powder on sale. It is $19 and I think it was £17, but with the, I think it was 15% off, it was down to £15 something. So I was very, very tempted to give it a go. I do like the look of the packaging with the little sponge built in, and I have been kind of wanting to try this powder. Loose powder is definitely my preference when it comes to setting powder. Do I need it? Probably not, because I do have quite a lot in my collection to work my way through. But I am quite tempted, and I do believe that the 15% off is available until Tuesday. So I'm going to have a little think about this one. But I am really intrigued to give this a go, and I like that they have a mini, because I was never going to spend the full price one, which I think is £29. So yeah, this is one that I might push the button on before the weekend's out. So that is actually the last tab that I had open, but I've been filming for that long. No doubt there are new additions to the feed, so I'm just going to do a quick refresh. Okay, there's only 2 more posts, so I will just quickly go through them. The first one is some new products from Illamasqua. They are releasing a colour correcting bronzer and then a hydrate lip tint. The colour correcting bronzer is $45 and it says it will neutralise redness and balance skin tone while creating a natural sun-kissed glow. And they have it in light, medium and dark. It looks like it has a sort of blue strip through the middle, which must be obviously the colour correcting side of it. Illamasqua is one of those brands that are always more expensive than I realise. I don't know why I think they are a cheaper brand than they are, but $45 is kind of up there. They are an English brand, so I don't know what that would be here. It does say that these are available now. I would say they're going to be at least kind of £35 to £40 for that bronzer, and then the Hydra Lip Tint is $26, so you're probably looking at maybe £22 for that. This does look very similar to those lip balms from Winky Looks with the kind of 3 different colours in it. So we have Mocktail, which is a rose pink, Grapevine, which is a true grape, Swimsuit, which is a red, Banoffee, which is a caramel nude, and Picnic Plum, which is a cool plum. I do like the sound of a Banoffee lip product. I wonder if they are scented. It just says 2 shades combined to nourish lips with a splash of sheer colour. So yeah, I do like lip balms. I've definitely been reaching more for lip balms as of late. $26 or 20 whatever pounds it is quite expensive. So these are a pass for me. And then the final thing is some new polishes from Holo Taco, which I think might be what I finished last month's video on as well. So this is the Pastel Rainbow collection, and this includes 7 soft pastel shades with a sparkling holographic twist. These are $14 each, or the collection box is $98. These do look really nice. I really like the look of, I think, all of the shades there. I do like that kind of holographic twist to them as well. I don't know where these are available in the UK. I don't know if this is a brand you need to order direct from. And there have been quite a few of their releases that have caught my eyes, but I think I'd rather try something from Light to Lacquer first before I try something from this brand, but both of which are probably from the US with really expensive shipping, so I don't know if that's kind of a reality. But that is it. I'm officially up to date with the Trends Mood One Instagram feed, and this is going to take a lot of editing because there were a lot of products to go over. If you have stayed to the end, thank you very much for sticking with me. But other than that, that's it for today's video. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. Thanks.